Hello there and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial on a classic red lip look. We're going to do the whole shebang, skin, eyes, lip, and I think this is the perfect seasonless classic look. Before we get into this tutorial, this video is sponsored by Origins and I am so excited to be working with them for this video because I think they have some of the best skincare gift sets right now. So there's so many great options for the holidays, and as many of you know, I've been using Origins for years and a lot of these are staple products in my personal skincare routine. So I wanted to share some of my favorite gift sets with you, and I had to start off with this one because I think they are so cute. It's the little Mask Delights Mask Essentials. So you get 5 different masks and you are going to get the Clear Improvement Mask, Drink Up Intensive, Original Skin, Hello Calm, and Out of Trouble. Original Skin and Out of Trouble are 2 of my favorite face masks ever. I think this is the perfect stocking stuffer, but also a really nice way to treat someone to some self-care face masks. The other set I'm super excited about is the Soothing Delights set. These 3 products in here are staples in my skincare routine. I use these super regularly. So you're gonna get the Soothing Treatment Lotion, the Mega Mushroom Resilience and Relief Advanced Face Serum, as well as the Mega Mushroom Relief and Resilience Soothing Cream. All 3 of these products are soothing and gentle to skin types that are a little bit more easily aggravated, and it really helps reduce the redness in your skin as well as help repairing the moisture barrier of your skin as well. I think that these are amazing for my skin when I'm having active eczema, or if my skin just feels particularly irritated. I absolutely love the Soothing Treatment Lotion. Just lightly pat it all over the skin with a cotton round and it just instantly gives the skin a nice comfort, and it doesn't feel stinging. It's not, you know, astringent to where it makes your skin feel tight. If you have a skin type like me, eczema, or just, you know, easily irritated, the Soothing Skin Delights is incredible. And then this is the Morning Mary gift set. So this is the ginseng line, which again, big favorite of mine. I love the ginseng eye cream, and you're gonna get this for $38 with a value of $70. This ginseng line is actually my boyfriend's favorite skincare line ever. He always repurchases the ginseng moisturizer. It's his favorite moisturizer ever. So I'm gonna be giving this to him. And honestly, the thing I like about the ginseng line the most is the scent. If you put that ginseng moisturizer on first thing in the morning, it makes you feel happy because the fragrance is so bright and it just smells like a really nice soft citrus. The Origins Greatest Gift Set, which retails for $75 with a $117 value. So in this one, you get 3 full sizes of Origins bestsellers, the Checks and Balances Frothy Face Wash, one of my personal favorites when my skin's acting up and I've got a lot of active acne. You get a full size of the Ginseng Moisturizer and then a full size of the Plantscriptions Anti-Aging Serum. These last 2 are body care sets, and I just want to say, if you have never smelled Origins Ginger Body Souffle, you are missing out. It is my favorite fragrance out of all the Origins products. I love their ginger products. So the first one is a little stocking stuffer or gift. This is the Sensational Soufflés, and they retail for $35 with a $51 value. You get the Ginger Souffle Whipped Body Cream, the Gloom Away Grapefruit Body Souffle, again, really amazing, that one, and then the Smoothing Souffle Whipped Body Cream. Their whipped body creams are absolutely lush. They are super hydrating, come in really pretty little tubs like this, and they smell incredible. And I mean, not only do they smell incredible, but they're really nice and really hydrating. And then the last one I'm very excited about, very excited to have in my possession. I know I've said that about all these gift sets, but I'm like, these Origins gift sets are really it. This is the Ginger Goodness gift set. So this one is $49 with a $72 value. But this whole entire box is just the ginger products. I am so excited about this one. So in this, you get the Ginger Burst Savory Body Wash. You get the Smoothing Ginger Body Scrub. Love that one. And then you also get, of course, the Ginger Souffle. And then you even get a little ginger roller ball so you can wear the ginger fragrance. I think this one is so exciting, especially if you like if you've smelled it, you know what I'm talking about. It is one of the best, like, fresh but herbaceous fragrances, and I love the Origins Ginger line. So I would definitely recommend this one to somebody who's more into body care and fragrance versus skincare. Maybe that's not really their jam. I'm going to list and link all of these sets in the description box for you, and I'll have more information about all of the products in the description box as well. That is everything I wanted to share with you in regards to the Origins products. I'm super excited to be working with them, and now we can get into this holiday makeup tutorial. Before I get into makeup, I'm just gonna prep a little bit. I'm gonna use the Original Skin Retexturizing Mask, and I'll usually leave this to set in for about 20 minutes. This is one of my favorite pre-makeup application masks. And then right under my eyes, I'm just gonna put the Drink Up Intensive Mask so I can get a little bit more hydration on my eye area. And then I'm gonna moisturize with the Ginseng Moisturizer. I like how this just really revives everything, makes me look nice and bright. So I'm just gonna apply that all over my face. First thing I'm gonna do is get started off with the Bobbi Brown Extra Illuminating Balm. This is a really nice illuminating primer that's just gonna give the skin a little bit more glow, make you look nice and hydrated, and it has a light strobe to it, so you can see it really just revives the complexion and gets you looking nice and glowy. I also wanna make sure to take this under the eyes so I can get a little bit of extra brightness under there. And then I'm gonna go in with my MAC Prolongwear Concealer, just a small bead on the back of my hand, and I'll just pick it up on a little eyeshadow brush. This is like a nice little fluffy applicator, and I'm gonna use this as my base just to give a little bit of extra coverage wherever I have this residual hyperpigmentation. And then I can go in with a little bit less foundation, a little bit less concealer as well, but I like using this as that base to really keep all of that stuff hidden. And sometimes I do need to go in with just like a touch more and really hide some of those super dark spots. So I just work in light layers. That way the product has time to dry in between applications, and it'll just set down and look a little bit more natural. And I can bounce it in with my finger to really help press that in. For my foundation, I've actually really been liking the Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. You can apply this as you would a normal concealer, but typically what I like to do is just get a small amount on the back of my hand, and then I'll pick it up off the back of my hand with a brush. I'm using a Smashbox blurring foundation brush, and just lightly start stippling this all over. A little bit goes a really long way. This has amazing coverage, but again, it's like a little bit easy to go overboard with it if you're not careful. So I really like to take the time to make sure that I blend it out as well as I can and keep it looking as natural as possible. And then wherever I have that concealer, you know, hiding the hyperpigmentation, I'm just gonna lightly go over that because I don't want to disrupt that concealer and wipe it away. I really like this one because it doesn't feel like I have much on. The product itself has so much pigmentation that like I said, I can't stress it enough. You really need such a small amount of product, and you know, I've completely blended it out and you can still see that illuminator really peeking out from behind it, so I love that. But if you go in with too much, it can be a little bit of a nightmare to try and sheer out. You'll probably just have to take it off and reapply. So just start off with the tiniest amount possible and build up from there, and I think you'll really be happy with the amount of coverage. Granted, it is a concealer, so it's gonna be a lot more pigmented, but I prefer it as a foundation versus an actual concealer. I just like the way it wears better all over my face. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with my under eye brightener. This one's from BECCA. It's in the shade medium to deep. I'm gonna pick it up on a little tiny, clean, fluffy brush, and I'm just going to lightly apply this right under the darkest part of my eye to really help brighten that up a bit. And it's so creamy and emollient that whatever you put on top of, I feel like it really keeps the under eye from getting dry or crepey throughout the day, because This is a really nice base for your concealer, just to make it blend in a little bit better, as well as, you know, brightening up the under eye. And then to just brighten up my under eyes with some concealer, I'm gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away. I've just really been liking this for the under eyes because it lasts so long. And if you just go in with a little bit, you can really control how full coverage you want it to be. But I also like that the formula of the Charlotte Tilbury one, although it is quite thick, it has a good amount of flex to it. So on the areas of your face where you are being more expressive or emoting more, you won't get as much crack and crumble as with a lot of other concealers. So I really love this for the eye area, because if you think about it, you're always like smiling or speaking and you move your eyes a lot. And a lot of times there's concealers that they'll start, you know, migrating, moving around, they'll settle into lines. I never have that issue with this concealer, even if I don't want to set it. And I do really like how it always comes out looking super airbrushed. So you can see it just instantly brightens up my eye area, but it's nice and subtle. It doesn't look too overdone. And then whatever's left over on my brush, I'm just gonna lightly buff that right into the crevices of my nose. I'm gonna take the heat of my fingertips just to push that in nice and seamless before I go in and set in a couple moments. But just taking your fingertip will really help push all those products in. I'm gonna do a little bit of a cream bronze with the Tom Ford shade in Illuminate. This one is in Intensity 1. Looks like this, so I'm gonna use the cream side. I'm gonna pick this up on an angled brush. This is a Sephora Pro Blush, number 93. And I just like to lightly stamp in there. Don't get the brush oversaturated, just a little bit of product, because this is really pigmented and it's easy to go overboard. So I'm just going to push this in right around my hairline. Get that blended in as much as possible. If you feel like you put a little bit too much, like that's a little bit too much, so I take it to the other side of the face so I can get some product there. And then once my brush has a little bit less product on it, I'll go back, blend that side out. And then I always do like to take just a touch down the sides of my nose. For blush, I'm gonna take the Bobbi Brown Uber Beige Pot Rouge, and then I'm using a Zoeva 126 brush. I'm just gonna pick it up like that. Again, you don't wanna overload the brush, like that might be a little bit too much, so just take it on the back of the hand so you can have a little bit more control. And I'm just gonna lightly apply this to the apples of the cheeks. This is one of my favorite blush shades ever. It's a great, like, light, fleshy pink. I'm gonna pull it a little bit more into the center of my face as well. I'm gonna set down these creams and liquids with the Too Faced Turn Up the Light palette. I'm gonna use that Soft Focus powder, just picking it up on a big, fluffy brush so I don't overdo it with the setting. And I'm gonna lightly set my entire face down. Just a nice, light layer of powder. I'm gonna fill in my eyebrows really quick. I'm using the Precisely My Brow Pencil. Precisely My Brow Pencil. This is from Benefit. Now we will move into eyeshadows. So I'm gonna use the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. So we're gonna do something really simple because we're gonna be doing a red lip, so I wanna keep the eyes a little bit less of the main focus. So I'm gonna start off with a Zoeva 227 brush, and I'm gonna pick up the shade Heaven mixed with Strip Poker, lightly mixing the two together. And then I'm going to apply that all over my eyelid. And I'm gonna apply that all over the eyelid and then bring it up to my brow bone. And then I'm gonna take the shade Cashmere Bunny just on a light blending brush. And that's gonna be the transition shade. So you wanna keep it nestled right in the crease and then just lightly buff and blend that up to the brow bone. I'm gonna take a Zoeva 231 brush and I'm mixing the shade Silk Teddy with Honey Pot. And I'm gonna lightly apply that, I'd say to like the inner half of the eyelid. Just blending it until I pretty much run out of product. And that should be like right around the back corner of the eye. So just really concentrating it right on that front half. And then slowly blending it out. I'm gonna take an angled brush from Smashbox and I'm gonna spray with some Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. And I'm going to use the shade Chocolate Martini. And I'm going to apply that as close as I can to my lash line. And I'm also going to wing it out. And then this is a little double-ended brush. So I'm just gonna take the clean little buffy side and blend that out. Just going back and forth between the shadow and the blending brush. And I'm also gonna run that gold shade right on my lower lash line, all the way from outer corner to inner corner. And then I'm gonna take that Chocolate Martini shade lightly right on top. This is a Sephora Pro 15 brush. And I'm just trying to really smoke out that lower lash line. Just slowly putting more and more intensity. And I'm gonna use this brush to just lightly, again, blend out that top lash line just a little bit more. I want it to be a little bit more hazy. I'm gonna take a Zoeva 127 and I'm gonna use the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in Beige Shimmer. Really just getting all of the shades in here. Lightly dust this right on the high points. I don't like too much highlight, but I want just enough that when it catches the light, you get a little bit of that glimmer. For brows, I'm using my Patrick Ta Major Brow, and I'm just gonna get a little bit of setting spray in there and then pick it up on my spoolie, make myself my little brow paste, and then start working this all throughout my brows. I'm gonna pop in my eyelash curler, just get my lashes nice and curled. For my mascara today, I'm gonna use the Estee Lauder. This is their Sumptous Extreme in the waterproof version. It's literally amazing. This makes your lashes so long, and I really, really like the brush. It actually reminds me of the Tom Ford Emotion Proof brush, but I feel like this formula is a little bit softer than the Tom Ford one. And I'm gonna do a couple coats of this so I can get that like false lash effect. And when I'm building my mascara coats up, I just start wiggling the brush and then using the tip of the brush to move the eyelashes around so I can get a little bit of separation. And then I'm also going to pop this on the lower lashes. Oh goodness. I got a little bit in my tear duct area, so I'm just gonna take a little pointed cotton swab, pick that up. Okay, now I'm gonna put it in my lower lashes, and then we're gonna do the classic red lip MAC's Ruby Woo. This has been like my favorite red lipstick for so many years. My favorite reds are MAC Ruby Woo and Stila Beso. I'm just gonna do as best of an application as I can straight out of the bullet, and then I'll show you how we can like really perfect the edges. Could not beat this red. It is so, oh, it matches my nails. It is so beautiful. So to perfect the edges and really get like a nice crisp line, I'm gonna take a little eyeliner brush. It's super tiny and precise. This is a Sedona Lace EB19. I'm going to pick up the red lipstick on the brush, because oftentimes with the bullet, it's hard to do those really precise areas around the mouth. And then the reason I like using this one is because it's got that notch on it, so it's just a little bit more easy to maneuver. So I'm going to get that outer corner right underneath. You can get this corner up here, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna start right at the corner and pull down. Truly obsessed with Ruby Woo. So any tiny precise brush that you have where you can really get into all of those small areas is gonna be your best friend for really perfecting the shape of the lipstick. Now, let's say you really wanted to make it look more crisp and more bright around the lip. You can take another small brush And you can take your concealer. So I'll use my MAC Pro Longwear. Oops, got way too much. But you just want to pick up barely any concealer. Rub all the excess off on the back of your hand so that that brush just gets nice and loaded. And then you can lightly go around the edge. And then the more concealer you need, just pick up a little bit more. And just lightly blend it all around. And then you'll get a little bit more of a crisp edge. I'm gonna give this one final spritz. I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Couple sprays. Really wanna give this the chance to set down. Honestly, I live for a red lip. It is my favorite look. I love red lipstick, red nails. I feel like this is perfect for the holiday season, especially for all of your Zoom and virtual parties. I mean, you can never go wrong with a red lip any time of the year, but especially during the holidays. I think it's a super chic and it's classic. Like, it's a look that will never go out of style. And I also really like the smudgy eyes. I think that's really nice as well. If you have any questions about anything, the products, the techniques, the Origins products, anything at all, just leave them in the comments down below. I'll do my best to help you out. And I would also love any suggestions you have for specific makeup tutorials that you want to see during the winter. Are there any looks or techniques that you really want me to do a tutorial on? I would love to hear from you, and I would love to read your suggestions and see what is inspiring you lately. But other than that, I would love it so much if you would subscribe and if you'd come follow me on Instagram. That would be amazing. I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Bye everyone.